Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Random Spirit. I'm your host, Cynthia. I hope every one of you listening in are, doing well. Today is a collab, and I am collabing and getting together with one of my soul sisters, my amazing friend, Eleonora. And this episode is going to be about Reiki. So I hope you guys enjoy. Welcome, Eleonora, to Random Spirit Podcast.
Thank you, Cynthia. That's so great to be here with you. Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
I'm
That's very
so
exciting.
excited. This is my amazing friend, soul sister, actually, because I feel like we're spiritually connected. Her name is Eleonora. She is amazing. She is so amazing, very spiritual. I love you so, so much, girl. Oh
Oh,
my
thank
goodness.
you. Oh, our friendship was really a blessing. Trust me, there are things that happen with me right now that you are the only one that I can talk to. The
Yes,
rest
I
of the
know.
world would think I'm crazy or try to lock me.
Yes, it's amazing. I feel like you are the only one I can speak to too because me and her we talk about like what
Crazy
is it?
stuff.
Yes, like galactic stuff is what we talk about. But it's amazing, and I'm so happy.
Multidimensional stuff.
Yes, multiple like dimensional, another life in the future. It's a bunch of crazy things. So today we are focusing on an amazing I feel like it's like a way to heal yourself spiritually, energetically, and it's called Reiki. It's called Reiki. And Eleonora does this and it's amazing. So the first thing is, and this is all about you, girl.
Thank
Go
you.
on and give us a little background on who you are and just your background.
Well, I'm very complex person, but I will try to simplify and be quick.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
So I am a star seed. Many people doesn't know what that means.
Mhm.
Briefly saying, most of us on the planet Earth right now come from the stars. That's mean that when our soul was created, was
Mhm.
not created in first incarnated on earth, first incarnated in other places, and then from those other places we came to earth. And even though there are many star seeds that was trapped here on the wheel of karma from many thousands of years, there are a whole other level that volunteer to come here at this time to help bring rise the consciousness of the planet, and I'm one of those. As this personality of Eleonora, I had three past lives on Earth: one in
Okay.
Lemuria, two in Atlantis, and then I volunteered to come back at this moment with a mission. So I was born in the countryside of Piauí, and I already made a podcast where I give an overview of my life. I really suggest that you go there and listen to my podcast.
Yes, I'm gonna link that down below so you guys can hear it because Maria is amazing.
So I really evolved all the way. I made my way all the way to US,
Mhm.
and in the other side is spiritual evolution. I was raised as Catholic, even though I always thought there was a lot of things off. So I always search for questions like, who am I? What is God? Where I came from? What I'm doing here?
Mhm.
So I was always in that. I have all those questions that I couldn't really ask to nobody. But only when I was 24, I was introduced to a spiritism in Brazil that opened another awareness to my existence, and things started to making sense. And then I just said, wow, but I still saw a sort of limitation on that study. So there is more to learn. So when I came to US, I started to find out what was that more. And at this moment, I really have, I don't know exactly who is God, but I
Mhm.
have a way better picture today that what is God, who am I, where I came from, and what I'm doing here. So
Mhm.
I did answer all those questions, but
Mhm.
I know there is a lot more to know. And I am what I'd say almost awakened.
Mhm.
What that
Yes.
means? I already remember. I don't remember exactly many things yet. The veil is not completely out yet, but almost 3 years ago, I started connection with my galactic family and through automatic writing, and I have been doing that daily,
Mhm.
and it's just improving. And some of my abilities, because when we activate all trends of our DNA, we'll be like superhuman.
Mhm.
And that is not only for the starseed people. All human being on Earth has at least 12 strands of DNA, but
Mhm.
only most of them, only two is active, but that is changed. The DNA has been active.
Mhm.
So more trends you get active, more abilities you're gonna get, like
Yes.
automatic writing, um,
Mhm.
clairvoyance, all those psychic things that unfortunately many people are afraid of.
Yes.
I think that's good.
No,
A good
yes,
start about who
yes.
am I. I don't want it
That's
to go all the
amazing.
way yet.
No, yeah, if you guys want to know more in depth about her and her journey, she does have a podcast, The Awakening Path. I'm going to go on and link that. So, what is Reiki, Maria? Can you define that? What is Reiki?
I'll give you explanation that you're not gonna find in any book,
Mhm.
because that's a combination of many books that I and that's an information that I put it together with knowledge of many years.
Mhm.
And I started from a place that everybody can relate to. For example, I think everybody on this podcast right now, you already know you are not just a body. And yes, you were created by God, but your consciousness, your spirit was the one created by God.
Mhm.
And when you when you decided to incarnate, who when your spirit connected to the embryo for the first time, it's
Mhm.
blow the life source into the fetus, and
Mhm.
that's when the fetus really started coming alive. In a sense that your body is not alive, it's not alive or dead. Your
Mhm.
body is a corpus animated by your spirit. And
Yes.
that animation is made with the life force,
Mhm.
life energy. People say with many, there is many names like prana energy, chi. All cultures have different names for that. But let's say
Mhm.
that's the life force.
Yeah.
So your spirit, through intention, intentionally blow that energy through the body, and that's what keep your body alive.
Mhm.
So moving
We
a little
are
bit,
energy, right? We are energy.
we are energy, and
Yep.
in your body you have seven main vortex of energy that we call chakras.
Mhm.
So those vortices of energy is the one that will receive the energy that comes from the cosmos, and it will spread to your body, and all the cells of your body are intelligent. We were designed to live without without get sick.
Yes.
So if you are
Mhm.
receiving the light, each cell of your body know what to do.
Yes.
When they receive the light, they will do. Your kidney cells knows what to do. Your heart cells know what to do. Your brain cells know what to do. The only thing that can get wrong is when you block that light from flow.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
there are many ways that that light can be blocked, but
Mhm.
mainly it's blocked by low. Let me just go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Everything is energy and vibration.
Mhm.
Color has vibration, smell has
Mhm.
vibration, and sorry, everything has vibration. So when and your thoughts, mainly your
Yes.
thoughts has vibration.
Yep.
And what really dictates what happen in your life are your thoughts and emotions.
Mhm.
So when you block that energy from flow, many sorts of blocks are low vibration and emotions.
Yep.
Some, for example, if you have a trauma, that the trauma stays in your subconscious or in front, and you block that energy from happening. And
Mhm.
each each chakras are responsible for many functions of your body. Doesn't
Yes.
have even one thing that happen in your body that is not connected to one of your chakras.
Mhm.
So depending on the type of trauma or experience you have, the blockage will be related to one of the chakras.
Mhm.
And then, for example, what manifests in your life is the result of at least 1,000 thoughts repeatedly. In a
Mhm.
sense, for example, if you have a heart disease because you are closed heart, you don't know how to give and receive love,
Yep.
you may develop anything related to your heart, any heart problem. But the heart chakra also rules the lungs, so you can develop something in your lungs. But it's not that um, you're gonna have a bad emotion right now in the morning, and in the afternoon
Yeah.
you got a cancer.
Mhm.
No, that's developed by years and years. Spirit
Yes.
always give you a chance to work out that emotion.
Yep.
But if you repeatedly keep blocking, nobody love me, I don't love nobody, can trust nobody. If you repeatedly keep blocking that energy from you, after some time it should develop something. Is your body say, look, I have got enough. You better take care of that.
Yes.
So what the Reiki does? What is Reiki?
Mhm.
Reiki was Reiki is an ancient healing technique.
Mhm.
It's on earth for, I say, millions of years.
Mhm.
I know that I'm in Lemuria, I already use Reiki, or maybe that will have another name.
Oh.
The Reiki was rediscovered. I forgot the year right now, but it was from Japanese Mikao Usui.
Mhm.
And first he found out that he was channeling the prana energy and redirecting and heal. He
Mhm.
accidentally healed himself.
He
There is no
accidentally healed
accident.
himself. That's awesome.
he was
I
he
love
was
that.
searching for a meaning of life, so he was on a mountain praying for 21 days, and then He found out he had an awaken, and he was so excited that he was running down the hill. He tripped
Mm-hmm.
in a rock, and his toe got
Wow.
all hurt.
Yeah.
And when he saw it bleeding, he just put his hand on, and it was instantaneously healed.
That is
So,
amazing.
whoa. So,
Mm-hmm.
what is that? So he started to research more what's really was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And when he got to the village, and then there was somebody that was sick, and he put his hand on her, and she was automatically healed too.
Wow.
And he researched, and he found in the ancient scripts the symbols of Reiki.
Mm-hmm.
So, can anyone do Reiki? Anyone has the ability to become a
Yeah.
Reiki practitioner. But you need to be a clear channel to really allow the energy to flow through your body without a block. That I will explain more a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
which type of block I'm talking about,
Yeah.
and then send the energy to the client.
Mm.
So what Reiki really does, it's it's go to, if you are not aware, for example, you have the spiritual body, you
Mm-hmm.
have the mental, emotional, and physical body. And there
Mm-hmm.
are other bodies too, but let's talk about those four.
Yeah.
And returning about the blocks, sometimes you have a block that's happened in your current life,
Mm-hmm.
but many times when you were a kid and then you don't even remember, it's in your subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes you can have a block that comes from your previous life,
Mm-hmm.
or even a generational
Yes.
blockage, trauma that's been in your family for generation through your DNA.
Mm-hmm.
So the Reiki is able to go to the root of the problem and release the blockage,
Yes.
because the whole purpose of the disease is for you to work on the blockage, to clear out the energy.
Mm-hmm.
So once you do that, there is no meaning for the disease anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's like energy healing, right?
It's energy healing.
That's
And one
amazing.
thing that you need to have in mind, for example, oh, okay, so I can just go to a Reiki session, and how that really works.
Mm-hmm.
Free will is the most important law throughout all the universes.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that really manages the healing session,
Mm-hmm.
it can be through anything that you do, aromatherapy, um, color
Mm-hmm.
therapy, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
is your higher self.
Yeah.
Your higher self is the one that you decide that you are in a position, if you are able to release a blockage or not,
Huh.
because you don't want to suddenly, okay, I know I have a problem with
Yeah.
sexuality, I have a trauma with sexuality, I have a trauma
Mm-hmm.
with abandon. I,
Mm-hmm.
and I will go to one Reiki session, I will spend one day, I'm gonna work all at once. You can't do that. Your higher self won't allow,
Yes.
because your body mind structure are not ready to release all those things at once.
Yes. You can't force it and you have to do
You
some inner work with it. Yeah.
exactly, because the Reiki, then the practitioner is just the channeler.
Mm-hmm.
Your higher self will decide what to do, and your main job is to allow it. You need to
Mm-hmm.
allow,
Yes.
because even your higher self will not do if you don't decide you want to.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you need a permission. The You always ask for permission before you do Reiki.
Yes, you have to be ready for it. You can't force it. It's not going to happen.
And I think I went all over the place. I
That's
hope I'm being
okay.
clear.
You
And
are. It's amazing. You are.
the other thing is, when should I look for a Reiki session?
Mhm.
And what kind of problems that can help me with?
Yes.
Reiki can help you with absolutely anything.
Mhm.
From a physical problem that you experience a lot of pain,
Yes.
or for the reason that you you are struggling with financial, or you want to attract your true love.
Yeah, any blockages that you have,
Any
right?
blockage, because everything that's happened is a reflection of the blockage that is placed in one of your bodies,
Mhm.
or the spiritual, mental, emotional.
Mhm.
And when it gets to the physical is the last one.
Hmm.
The disease will only manifest in the physical if um, if it's for too long and there is your hair cells, okay, she's not really looking, he's not really looking at,
Yes.
and we need to call his attention or her attention.
Mhm. Yep.
And then he'll
Mhm.
give you the disease.
Yes. That's
So it's really, I was
mhm.
amazed when I read it. Wow, it can help you with addiction.
Yes, I've heard that.
But you need to be willing to do your job,
Yes.
because 70 to 80% of the healing promoted by Reiki
Mhm.
is done by the person.
Well, yeah, because you can't just show up and be like, "Fix me." No, like you have to be able to be self-aware and also like, you have someone like you that like helps guide you, right? That helps
Yes,
guide
for
you and heals
example,
you.
let's say that you wanted to become more loving and attract
Mhm.
love to your life,
Heart
but you
chakra.
are very judgmental.
Yes. It's not
So
gonna
you
happen.
go to a Reiki session, and then
Mhm.
okay, I forgive everything, and then the person clear your chakra, is in alignment,
Mhm.
and then you get out on the street and you see something that you think you decided that not supposed to happen, and then what happened?
Hmm.
You are putting some blockage back in your heart.
So, like, if you go to, like, say, if someone goes to Reiki, like how you just said, and like you clear it, is it possible for someone to revert back and like um block that chakra again? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it's possible, but look, for
Oh.
example, if your heart is blocked because you have a trauma
Mhm.
that happened in when you were a child,
Mhm.
you are working on that trauma. That trauma will get released, and there is some. Maybe you can talk later about what to expect before,
Mhm.
during, and after the Reiki session. So
Mhm.
you're gonna release that blockage, and then
Mhm.
you go and you are judgmental with somebody, or maybe you are really do something that's not
Yeah.
loving to somebody, to yourself. You are putting shadow, but remember, you need to
Mhm.
do that at least 1,000 times.
You need to do Reiki?
No, you need to do, you need to have that judgmental thought to really
Oh, yes, yes,
manifest in
yes.
the physical at least 1,000 times.
Yes.
So you
Mhm.
have a lot of chances. It's not that, oh, I went to this, I went outside and then I did something
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah,
unloving,
yeah.
my heart is blocked. No, you catch yourself doing, oh, I will be more aware. For
Hmm.
example, when I understood that judgment is one of biggest weapon that
Mhm.
we use against ourselves,
Mhm.
I
Oh
became
yeah.
really aware. So I'm
Yes.
not a judge. I don't want to judge nothing.
Mhm.
And I went to a garden over here in Los Angeles,
Uh-huh.
and I was just observing.
Mhm.
And then every time my mind will go to see somebody, my ego always had something. It's too fat. No,
Huh.
she has her body is giving her the ability to have that experience,
Mhm.
and she is that way for a reason, and maybe that's the body that she need at the moment,
Yes.
that must beneficial to her.
Mhm.
So, and then I saw another one that was dressed a little too sexy. No, she's feeling, that's how she feel good about. It's
Yeah.
not my business to be judging her. She's not
Yes.
wearing bra. So that was very interesting because
Mhm.
it's so natural for us to judge.
It is.
But that day was determined. I'm gonna catch him.
No,
I'm gonna
yes,
catch him in the jump.
definitely.
So I was just observing my ego, judging everything that could pass in front of me. It was a little bit different. I'm just, oh no. So I was
No,
just
yeah.
dismissing all the judgment.
No, yeah, you're very self-aware. You're very,
So
very self-aware.
it is about be present.
Yes. What advice would you give someone, like, say, like, if someone were to book a session with you, how, like, would you know to prepare? Like, what advice would you give them to prepare for a Reiki session with you?
I would say to avoid. There are three colors that make harder for the energy to flow.
Mhm.
It's red, black, and brown.
Hmm. Okay.
And the energy will work anyway, but if you really want to get the most benefit of it, you avoid those three colors. I would just go ahead and put white because
No,
white is
yeah.
like
It's
perfect,
pure. It's pure.
it's
Yeah.
pure.
Mhm.
And avoid coffee,
Wow. Why?
um, because coffee, there is something on the coffee that disconnect. It's like a chemical that make it harder for to connect with spirit.
You want to know something crazy?
Yes,
When you did my Reiki session, remember when I told you I was
yeah.
having anxiety attacks? I actually quit drinking coffee. That is divine timing. Oh my goodness. When you did my Reiki, I'm gonna go on and speak on my experience with Eleonora and you know how it benefited me. But oh my god, that is wow. I did not even know that.
However, let me tell you something.
Wow.
Our experiences are so different. Everybody experience is
Yes.
different and unique.
Mhm.
Unique. I stopped drinking coffee a long time ago,
Mhm.
but suddenly we had a problem with one of our cars, and I started waking up 1 hour earlier. And I was very sleepy all the time. Sometimes I was driving and I was very sleepy that I will have to ask Archangel Michael, please drive for me.
Yes, you gotta call him
So
in.
I was inspired to drink coffee. So, but I don't go at Starbucks and drink their coffee. I get a coffee from Brazil. I think
Ooh.
somehow they don't have all the chemicals over there that
No,
they
yeah,
have here with the
yeah.
Monsanto, but
Mhm.
they still have some. I make
Yeah.
my own coffee and I don't put sugar. So, but I'm being inspired to drink coffee at this moment because I can't be
That's
driving
interesting.
and sleep.
Well, yeah, no, you gotta have some
But and then I do
that's
just one time a
crazy.
day. I don't do like three, 5 times a day, 10 times a day.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow, wow. So like, okay. Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm
Oh no,
sorry.
that's
You can
what I mean. Is not black and white.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
you get inspired by spirit to stop drinking coffee, and sometimes you
No,
will
yes,
get inspired
definitely.
to start.
No, definitely, because I'm telling you, it's like there's a lot of things I feel like for me, I feel like spirit was preparing me for like the Reiki. Like I feel like my my spirit guides knew, okay, Cynthia,
Oh, of
something's
course,
about
they
to
were the
happen,
one
you
who
know?
told me. Sorry to interrupt
Yes.
you.
And I was
They
just
told,
like, wait,
oh,
what?
okay, do a Reiki session to Cynthia. They were the one who told me.
Yes, that's oh my gosh. Okay.
So returning to the preparation,
Yes.
you avoid like high coffee, caffeine.
Mhm.
You avoid red, brown, and black.
Mhm.
And it's not necessary. None of those things that I'm telling you, you have to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it'll
It's
help
just
if you
yeah,
do. For
it'll help a lot.
example, I would send a picture of the chakras, the 7 chakras,
Mhm.
and just give a brief idea of which color for each chakra and what each chakra is related to,
Mhm.
just so the person have an idea.
Yeah.
Because during my Reiki sessions, I work directly on the chakras because they are the energy centers. So even when you are not aware that you are working the chakras, when you are doing a
Mhm.
healing work, your
Mhm.
chakras has been affected. So why not to just go straight, right?
So, do
And
you
do it.
feel like, if someone was not knowledgeable about the chakras, it's okay for them to go into Reiki? Is that okay?
Absolutely,
Yeah?
absolutely. For example, when I was doing the Reiki session with you, I was
Mhm.
telling you things for you to do because I know you had the knowledge to. But
Yes.
when I'm doing with somebody that doesn't know, I'm not gonna tell them to do,
Mhm.
because you need to go to the level where the person is in a way that the person will feel comfortable. And she doesn't need to know everything in the background
Yes. Yes.
because it
Hmm.
will still work anyway.
Mhm. Wow. Okay. Reiki is just so I'm telling you, Reiki is so beautiful. Okay. Are there
Sorry, let me just
anything
do
else?
one more. Let me
No,
just
yeah,
complete one more
yeah.
thing.
Go,
What I'm being
girl.
figured out is Reiki is really connected to, you can combine almost all the other healing, alternative healing modalities with Reiki. For example, if you want to
Mhm.
have a really complex, complete Reiki session, you have your room with a nice table, and then you prepare your room. You smudge with sage, and then depend on what the person wants to heal, you can diffuse in the air the essential oil related to that
Oh.
chakra.
Mhm.
So there you're already using the aromatherapy,
Ooh, I
and
love
then
that.
you can put the chakra or the crystals around one to really clear the energy in the room, and one related to each chakra.
Do you
So
use
yeah,
crystals?
I use, for example, even when I do online, I place my crystals in
Mhm.
the place I am, and I put the intention for the crystals to help direct the energy.
Okay, okay, okay. Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
and then you can also add sound. So, and then you have the sound therapy because you're adding sound to all those things.
Hmm.
Everything has vibration. So
Mhm.
when you add those things, you are maximize the vibration of what you want to work on.
Yeah.
So it will be even more powerful.
Yes.
But either way, it will always work and
Mhm.
depend on the allowance of the person.
Mhm.
Sorry, you can go ahead with the next
No, no, no.
question.
You're
But I
you're
just want
you're
to say you
completely
can really
fine.
combine everything. And many people do. They do, like, for example, they do acupuncture and then they also add some Reiki on that. They do massage and then they add some Reiki on that.
Mhm.
You can
That's
combine
nice.
with all the other healing modalities.
Yes. And just so everyone knows, you can with because Reiki is energy healing, and she provides is it distant healing? Distant healing,
Yeah,
like on
this,
online. Mhm.
yes, you can do distant
Yes.
healing.
Online. Yeah, that's something that I want to learn about.
Let me just do the levels of Reiki.
Yeah. Mhm.
um the first level of Reiki, you channel the energy, but you need to be in person. It's just in person. And the level two, you can do a distance.
And this is like for you, like something that you do if you want to provide services, right?
Yeah, so I can do
Okay.
a distance.
Okay. That's
And
awesome.
when I talk about my sessions, I explain more. There are, I split in interactive and not interactive, and then no interactive. There is some difference there too that I'll explain later.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All
And
right.
then you have the level three that you can do for a group.
Ooh. Have you
So
gotten to that yet?
I will get in July. I'll
Okay.
get in
But
July. I just wanted to give
mm,
myself some time to. But then I will let you ask the other question, and then I
no,
talk
no,
about
no, it's
that part.
fine. So
Yes.
what got you into Reiki and why?
So I think I heard the term rake about 20 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and it caught my attention, but it just kept in the back of my mind. And about 17 years ago, I did have a Reiki session, but the person that told me it was Reiki. I just
Huh.
know that I felt amazing, that I felt really
Okay.
good.
Uh-huh.
And over here in US, I heard about there was some Reiki classes in Cerritos College, and so I wish I had the time to do, but I didn't have the time.
Mhm.
But when my awakening started getting, let's say, speed, about 3 years ago or more, I started to
Mhm.
feel a lot of energy coming from my hand. For example, just to open my hand
Uh-huh.
upright, I started to feel the energy coming.
Oh, okay.
And when I read the books, I started seeing light, like a neon light around my hands.
Hmm.
Usually are white or blue, light blue.
Mhm.
But there are A Course in Miracle books, and a companion of this book, when I use them, the light is gold.
Mhm.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
So, and then I said, I should do Reiki. So last year, I said, I need to do Reiki.
Yeah.
And I found somebody to do Reiki here, but didn't really. I went to Brazil last year in August, and
Yeah.
I have one auntie that she has cancer,
Mm.
and her cancer is in a very bad position right now. And I just
Yeah.
thought, oh, I wish I already had the Reiki so I could help her.
Heal. Yeah. Mhm.
So when I come back, I said I'm gonna do Reiki.
Mhm.
So I looked for somebody, but didn't work out the days that he had. And I was talking to a friend from Brazil, the same one that did the Reiki for me 17 years ago, that didn't told me was
Wow.
Reiki. And she told me, I'm a Reiki master, and if you want, I will do it for you.
Wow.
That's another story. But before my son came, she had a dream with his guardian angel. And
Mhm.
his guardian angel told her that she would be a great support to my spiritual journey.
Mhm.
So, and then she said, okay, so I will be your Reiki master. So she
Hmm.
sent me her material. I studied, but I already knew everything, basically almost everything that was in
Yeah.
her material.
Mhm.
So she initiated me, and then my on the level one. And my
Mhm.
auntie, she got really worse in Brazil, but I couldn't do
Mhm.
a Reiki for her yet because she's not
Oh.
here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but her kidneys start failing.
Oh no.
And then I just look. My auntie, her kidneys failed too, and I don't know she's gonna resist.
Mm-hmm.
And then, for my surprise, okay, that's not usual, but I know you're already ready for that.
Hmm.
If you want, in 2 weeks, I initiate you in the level 2.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave me the material. I studied the material. That again, because I have already been studying the subject for so many years, I
Mm-hmm.
already knew everything. I really just needed be initiated, and the energy was already with me.
Yeah.
So she initiated me in the level 2, and with my cleansing that you have to do for yourself for 21 days, I also
Mm-hmm.
did it to my auntie for 21 days,
Wow.
and she got a way better. And I've
Okay.
been doing for her all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that Reiki can do for you, for example, you know that all the pharmaceuticals and many of those procedures that they do, they are really harmful.
Yes.
They don't just have the benefits; they had lots of
A
problems, give
lot
you
of
a lot of side effects.
chemicals, yeah.
So, what you can do on the Reiki, you can ask for the Reiki energy to neutralize the side effects
Mm-hmm.
of the medicines and procedures.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing that for her.
Wow.
And she is getting better. She's hanging there.
She's still hanging in there. That's
Yeah.
good.
But another modality that I do with her, I don't do interactive. And she doesn't know much about it. I just tell, just avoid wear those 3 colors and just relax. So I
Mm-hmm.
know she's receiving the energy.
Yes. Yes. Hmm. Wow. Huh, that's how you got into it. That's interesting.
Yes.
Wow. That's beautiful. I'm telling you. Mm. What other services do you provide? Because I'm letting you guys know she is amazing, and I'm telling you, girl, I feel like you're gonna do something with like for the star seeds and past lives. But I'm just gonna let you go on. And what
So
other services does Eleonora provide?
one thing that I wanted to, that I've been doing combined with the Reiki, I told you that who really manage the Reiki session is the higher self of the person.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And after I have my QHHT session, in the next day when I woke up, the first thing that came to my mind was automatic write a message from your higher self. I never thought that I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was already receiving message from so many other entities,
Mm-hmm.
from my galactic self, that's a
Yes.
played from my grandma that passed, my brother, and other
Mm-hmm.
people. And then I automatic write it from him, from my higher self.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't stop. Actually, I can automatic write it from any being of love and light that I asked. They never said no. At the day of my initiation, level 1, I
Mm-hmm.
woke up 30 minutes before, all by myself, before the alarm. And it came to my mind. I write a message from Mikao Usui.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote a message for me and my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I realized, oh, I can automatically write a message from the higher self of other people too. So
That's amazing.
what I do, for example, when I'm doing in person for the
Uh-huh.
or even interactive online, I ask the person if she want a message from their higher self.
Mm-hmm.
I can do like general message. It's
Mm-hmm.
always like an encouraging message. He may say one thing or other that you never thought about that you want to know, but because of the free will, they cannot just go ahead and spill all the beans. You need to
Yes.
ask. You need
Mm-hmm.
to ask.
Yeah.
So another thing that I do is, okay, if you want to know something specifically, ask the question, and
Mhm.
then he will give me the answer.
Mhm.
So that's two things that I will do combine. I combine my session with the automatic writing.
That's amazing. Wow.
I
So is
could
it?
go
Mhm.
ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, is it possible for someone to go on and like do Reiki with you and then just ask you for you, like, you go on and scan the chakras and to ask you what is it that I need to heal, or like where are my blockages and stuff like that.
Yes, and we can do either way, or we can do the writing on the beginning or in the end.
Mm-hmm.
I leave free to the client.
Okay. All right. All right.
But
Right.
not everybody is comfortable with automatic writing because, unfortunately, some things of the demon. So,
It's not, but okay. Yeah. I know some people like that. Yeah.
so only for people that are open, I do that.
Yes,
The
because
ones that are not open, I
mhm.
act more like a console,
Yes.
a coach. Say,
Mhm.
just tell me if you want any advice in your any problem that I act more like a coach
Yes, because
because you,
automatic writing,
yes,
you're a channel, right? You're letting spirit like speak through you, right?
yes.
Mhm. Yeah. Hmm. What else like is that so you have the Reiki, which you're amazing with, and then the automatic writing.
I can go ahead and explain about how I do my sessions. And then
Yes.
after that, I'd like to talk about my YouTube channel. That's
Yes, girl.
another
Yes.
is
Mhm.
another level of information.
Yes.
So my sessions, I do in person, but I don't have a proper room yet.
Yes.
So I do only for a very close friends because it's not really comfortable. They will be in a bed or on the floor,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
I wouldn't I wouldn't make available for the public.
Mhm.
Another way is to do online, like I did it to you,
Mhm.
where you're gonna be in your space.
Mhm.
That if you are up to, if you already know, you can smudge your place, use the clothes that you are comfortable with,
Mhm.
do essential oils, do your ritual if you have any. And then I ask for the presence of the your higher self, but at this moment I already prepared myself, and my higher self's already with me. All the light beings that I usually ask for are already with me, and one thing that
Mhm.
I ask for is the presence of all the archangels, at
Mhm.
least all the ones that I am more familiar with.
Yes.
Archangel Michael, I ask for protection. Archangel Raphael, I ask for healing.
Mhm.
And one thing with Archangel Raphael, he doesn't heal only people, he heals anything,
Mhm.
plants, animals. So I do Reiki for animals too.
Mhm.
So when I
That's
do for the
awesome.
animals, I ask Archangel Raphael to help with the healing too.
Mhm.
And Archangel Gabriel is for guidance and fertility.
Mhm.
Shamuel is one that I ask a lot because he's the one that you can call to help with emotions, unresolved
Mm.
emotions, and really
Wow.
help you achieve unconditional love. Not only
Mhm.
be able to receive unconditional love, but also to give
Mhm.
to yourself first and then
Mhm.
to others.
Mhm.
And Uriel is like the angel of transmutation. If you are in a stuck situation, you need to transmute the energy. He promotes sudden change and teach you, bring you inner peace, and teach you how
Mhm.
to give and receive.
Mhm.
The Azrael is the angel of transition. It's help you deal with grief.
Mhm.
It you don't need even to believe on those things, but if you ask for him, he will give you the certainty in your heart that your loved one is not gone,
Mhm.
that the love you feel for the person is does not depend on the physical. It's
Mhm.
transcended the physical, and it's eternal, and it's always there.
Yeah.
Jovial is the archangel of wisdom and illumination, inspiration, joy. If you are in your spiritual awaken, you can ask a
Mhm.
guidance from him. And
Mhm.
then you have the Sandalphon, that was the Elijah from the
Mhm.
Bible, and he didn't die. He became the archangel Sandalphon, and
Mhm.
he's the protector of Earth, and he's like a bridge between Earth and heaven.
Mhm.
So he got the petitions from the humanity to the cosmos.
Mhm.
All the press, especially the one in a global press, he got those petitions.
Mhm.
And then you have Metatron, that's the archangel closest to oneness,
Yeah.
and he has the Christ consciousness, and he's the one that's oversee the Akashic records.
Ooh. Okay.
He is the all powerful.
Mhm. I love that.
So
That's nice.
I call the archangels, and depend on what I'm doing. The first thing I do, I ask for protection from Archangel Michael for the person and for myself. That's the
Mhm.
first thing I do. And then I work on the chakras, and I go to specific problems that the person wants to work on.
Mhm.
And I ask the higher self to scan the body to work in any problem that the person is ready to release
Mhm.
for the highest good in alignment with the life's purpose. That's basically it. That's one option.
Mhm.
Another option that I do, for example, I can do the sessions that it doesn't need to be interactive.
Mhm.
Even though if you book with me, I would suggest that at least the first one to be interactive, because I'm gonna guide you to do your best to receive the energy when I'm doing after.
Mhm.
And the level two you can do at distance, but it's also out of time.
Mhm.
So we don't need to do at the same time. When I do the session by myself, I ask the higher self of the person to deliver the energy in their optimal time of the day.
Mhm.
So when the person is ready, she has at least 30 minutes, she'll go lie down and do their breathing exercise, call whoever she want to call, or he want to call, like Jesus or any angel
Yeah.
and archangel or saint, whatever. It doesn't really matter. If
Mhm.
the being that you believe that has unconditional love for you, you can
Yeah.
ask for to help. Can be your
Mhm.
love, the love grandma that already passed.
Mhm.
That will be fine. So
Nice.
that's one thing. And then another
Mhm.
thing that you can ask is, how about I want my husband to do a session, but
Mhm.
he'll never agree with that.
Mhm.
Can I book a session for my husband? That's
Mhm.
works like that.
Mhm.
You can give permission to have a session for a person if the decisions of the person affect you directly, personally,
Yes.
in your day to
Mhm.
day.
Mhm.
So yes, you can book a healing for your husband,
Mhm.
because even though you give me permission, your permission, I always ask permission for the higher self,
Mhm.
because the higher self is the one who do the job.
Yes.
So I would ask permission for the higher self of your husband
Mhm.
before I do anything.
Yeah.
And I let it clear that anything that will be done will be for his higher good, not yours.
Yes.
I'm sorry, not yours,
Mhm.
because his journey is not to please you.
Yes.
But when he get in alignment with himself, and you are also in alignment with yourself, it can only be good,
Yes.
right?
Mhm. Nice. Hmm. That's nice. You have a YouTube channel?
Yes, I started with a YouTube channel
Yes.
because guess what? Somebody threatened me to, oh, you take the jab or you are fired.
Mm.
As, oh, you're threatening me.
With the whole
Okay,
COVID, yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
not taking the, so fire me.
Yeah, yeah.
Since I was little, I never took threat.
Mhm.
I never took threat.
Yeah.
When I was 19, I was in a big city and I used to do like a computer training
Yeah.
Sunday in a place that was more like commercial. So 8 o'clock in the morning, it was desert.
Mhm.
And one day when I left the subway to the street, a guy, he was taller than me, but I think maybe he was about my age. He stepped
Mhm.
in front of me and said, give me your money.
Oh.
I knew he was homeless, he probably was hungry, but he had the
Mhm.
money only to go back home.
Mhm.
But he said, give me your money or I'm gonna hit you. Guess
Oh.
what I did?
Oh
I'm
my
not really
God.
tall. Guess what I did?
What?
I give one step closer to him. I I went one step closer to him, look at his face that, so hit me, I'm not gonna give you any money.
Oh my goodness.
Guess what he did? He
What?
stepped aside and let me go.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
That's
Mm-mm.
crazy, but it's like it's stronger than me. I something on me came that is don't take threat.
Yes. Yep. Don't take
So
threat. Nope.
so there was no chance that I would do what I didn't want to do it.
Mhm.
So I started a YouTube channel right after the I was fired on November 8th, November
Mhm.
9th, I started my YouTube channel,
Mhm.
2001.
Yeah.
And why I started that? Because when the COVID started, I realized that people was in panic
Yeah. COVID
and I was in
freaked some
peace.
people out. Yeah.
I was in peace. I was not afraid. What's the difference? Why people are so afraid and I'm like that?
Mhm.
And I started to understand it's because what I know.
Mhm.
So if they know what I know, that will bring them peace too. So I
Yeah.
started to writing down little notes, like giving the main things that I have studied through, like Abraham Hicks, Dolores
Mhm.
Cannon, A Course in Miracles. I would write down this in a paper and I would start just giving to random people, wherever I would go. Just
Yeah.
look at this material. There are videos, books. I've been studying that, and that's giving me inner peace. On those times, that
Mhm.
may help you too.
Mhm.
And then suddenly, I started getting that voice. Create a YouTube channel. No, I don't want to be famous. No way. Not gonna do
Yeah.
it. Create a YouTube channel. I don't have time. I'm working 40
Yeah.
hours a week, and I have kids, and no way.
Yes.
Don't have time. And besides, I'm still learning. I have a lots of things to learn yet. I'm not ready.
Mhm.
About to be ready, I started to meeting people where they were willing to hear what I had to say.
Uh-huh.
So I started to talk to people and I noticed that what I was telling them was having a good effect on them.
Mhm.
And then I said, okay, I think I already have something to say, but I still don't
Yes.
have time.
Mhm.
And then I was fired.
Girl,
And then
spirit
God
made
said,
time. Spirit
and God,
made, you
and God said,
said.
okay, what's the
Yep.
excuse now?
It's crazy how,
It's
God
so
works.
crazy. What's the
Mhm.
excuseness? Okay, I surrender. So they
Yep.
fired me on the 8th, on the 9th. I created 2 videos and I started the YouTube channel.
Yes, watch her YouTube. I'm telling you, Eleonora is amazing. She, like, I don't think you understand how powerful you are. The fact that, like, I've tried researching um things on Atlantis because I do know I have a past life on Atlantis, on Lemuria. This girl has a lot of information. Subscribe to her YouTube. I'm gonna put it in the show notes.
Let me
You are
just give you
so
some more.
knowledgeable. Mhm.
Thank you. I'll give you some more information about my YouTube.
Yes.
I try to make it very simple, but I was inspired to do in 3 languages: English,
Yes.
Portuguese, and Spanish.
Mhm.
So I split in playlist, and for each playlist, I put the name of the language.
Mhm.
So it's very easy
To
to
find.
find it, to find your language.
Mhm.
And the channel itself, there are some directions. For example, I do meditation. I don't have many yet, and especially English, I have less
Mhm.
because we just have so many great meditations available in English. But I still
Mhm.
gonna do some that I learned that I think is very helpful and I don't see out there, so I'll do them.
Mhm.
So meditation is one. Another thing that I do are shorts, like 1 minute
Yes.
video,
Mhm.
where I explain about, I make a video of 20, 30 minutes and I condense the information in 1 minute.
Mhm.
If you want to know more about the chakras and what they are for,
Mhm.
you go on my shorts. In 7 minutes, you're going to learn a lot.
Yes.
And I did one with all the archangels. I made a big video. I think I even split in some parts. I did a presentation
Mhm.
and I create shorts for each one of the archangels. So if you want to know about the archangels, I think there are 9 or 10. In
Yes.
10 minutes, you already know who to call
Yep. Mhm.
when you
Go on
need.
to her
So
YouTube. Mhm.
that's the thing about the shorts.
Mhm.
And another part of my YouTube is I'm being guided to, because I study so many different sources and I figured
Mhm.
it out they all talk about the same thing.
Mhm.
Sometimes they are complementary or they slightly just use different words, but they're talking about the same thing.
Mhm.
And in my mind, they place it together Earth's evolution
Mhm.
from the time when Earth was created 4 billion years ago until the next golden age of Aquarius that we are starting.
Mhm.
So I started to placing this together based on the books I had read and things I have researched. And then when I had some gaps, I'm going to research more. So I put it together, a timeline, and I made videos about that.
Mhm.
And then later on, I found a book, Our Cosmic Origin from Ismael Perez. And
Hmm.
then that book was amazing because it was talking about everything that I had researched.
Yes.
And guess what? Was confirming the things that I had found out.
Wow. And you
And
got all
give
that
me
through
a
spirit.
lot of other
Mhm.
insights and placing the things that wasn't clear to me was placing. And the amazing thing is I was tuning with his interviews and I
Mhm.
was researching about something and I would go watch an interview. He was talking exactly about the thing I was researching.
Wow.
So our energy was so connected. That was amazing.
Mhm.
So there is the Earth's evolution that I did a big overview
Yep.
and
I watched that one.
some points.
Mhm.
Some points in the timeline I'd already expanded, but there is
Mhm.
others to expand, and one of them are when I talk about the star seeds.
Yep.
That's something that I need to expand. So that's one thing. Another part is I try to give course in spirituality,
Mhm.
but a gentle one.
Yeah.
Because when I started, I came from Catholicism. I didn't know nothing.
Mhm.
So I like to assume that there is one or two person in the world that still doesn't know what I didn't know when I started.
Yeah.
And I want them to have a place where they can go and you pick them up from the place where they are and then climb the steps with them.
Mhm.
So that's what I do in the other part. And for
Mm.
those, I create my videos are sequential,
Yes.
because if I talk about something in one video and the number 10 that you didn't understand about, I probably already explained in the previous video.
Mhm.
And when I didn't, and I know I'm talking about something that's new,
Mhm.
I always say, okay, I'm going to explain about that later.
Mhm.
So that's a lot.
No, yeah, definitely. I'm telling you, like,
Yeah.
your YouTube has brought so much awareness, and I am just gonna go on and say it's very like you have to have an open mind. And it's crazy how you and I, met and like how we can connect because it's like the whole like artificial moon. I loved that YouTube video that you made. Girl, that's the type of stuff that me and um Eleonora like have conversations we talk for hours about.
Yes, that's
it
true.
it is it is amazing. Love, love, love. Whew,
Oh,
that's a
and
lot. Mm.
when I
Mhm.
met you, I was in a time that was kind of when I would try to engage with somebody, I would try to see which level the person was. So I would ask, "Have you heard of Abraham Hicks?"
Mhm.
And then, "Have you heard of A Course in Miracles?" And when I ask you,
Yeah.
"Have you heard of Dolores Cannon?"
And I said yes.
Yes.
We
I
met
s-
at a park.
oh my goodness. Okay.
It was
Found one.
divine. It was divine timing because
I
when
found
I
one.
when I had met you, I remember I was, praying to spirit, and I was like, I just want to like meet people like on the same vibration as me. Like I want to meet open-minded people. You were, I think, the very first person that I can actually explore um the galactic side. And I think
Oh
around
my
the time
goodness.
I met you, I realized that there was an actual spirit guide. I you are so much better with the names of the galactics, but it's like this blue being that was assisting me.
Arcturians.
Yes, yes, I can't pronounce that. Arcturians, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's close enough.
that was around the time that I had this being like help me, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for sending Eleonora my way. Like, oh girl, we could talk about crazy things.
Cynthia, you
Mhm.
have no idea how much sanity you gave it to me. We're not talking deep about that right now because
Yeah.
then it's not time to disclosure. But things that I find out about my past that I did a reading with you and you confirmed everything that was true. There
Mhm.
was such an important validation to my sanity that I have no words. Thank you.
Yes, I know. I love you so
Oh
much.
my
Oh my
goodness.
gosh. It's amazing. I'm just gonna go briefly. I'm wondering if I should do another um should should I share my experience with your Reiki or should I do another episode?
I think you can share your experience now, but what I'm being inspired to ask you
Uh-huh.
is
Yeah.
I think we should explore more about how sickness and health and how to recover your true health, not like masquerade the symptoms. And then we can even
Yeah.
go more in Reiki, but we can go in all the other modalities, all the alternative things that are available for you. Like, seriously, some people are holding their breath.
Yes.
And then I saw a guy, I went to the Palm Desert, and the guy that was cleaning the table, he wasn't breathing. He was
Wow.
hyperventilating. Calm down, breathe with me.
Mhm.
That's why take take less than a minute.
Mhm.
Just stop, 3 deep breaths.
Mhm.
It'll help you not have a heart attack.
No, yeah, because the world that we live in
So
is just so
it's
like
very, very simple. I think that it would be a great benefit to people to know that they don't need to run to the pharmacy
yes,
for any little issue, because those medicines will have the side effects they'll create than many
yes,
other issues, that there
natural
is
healing.
alternatives.
Yes, natural healing. Because I'm a huge believer, to each their own. I don't want to get any backlash on this or judgment, but I'm saying I feel like the medicine that we have right now and like, the doctors and stuff like that, I don't like going to doctors and stuff. I feel like the things they give you is to keep you coming. It's all about money.
Well, it is. It is. It is, because otherwise, why the doctor need to get paid for the medicine that you buy?
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Mhm.
Many people didn't know that. Somehow that leak, and now it's common knowledge for whoever
Mhm.
has ears to hear.
Mhm.
The doctor get paid a lot of money when they send somebody to chemotherapy
Mhm.
or to hemodialysis.
Mhm. Yep.
Why is
Everything is
that?
energy. Everything is energy.
But we don't need to go much on that right now. But I think you can go ahead and
No, yeah,
explain
yeah.
about your talk about your healing, the
Yeah,
Reiki did
so
for you.
I'm gonna go on and, share my session with Maria or Eleonora. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
um,
Marie is my
so
first name, by the way.
yes, yes. So it's crazy because I was getting a lot of like panic attacks and um like it's how do I put it? Like I feel like spirit was preparing me, right? I just feel
Yes.
like me and you are like spiritually connected in a weird way. And it's like, I don't know if you were thinking about it before, but like I went on and I started taking care of my health. I started taking, care of my mental health, my actual physical body, and it just, worked out. I stopped drinking coffee, and then, you presented me with the whole Reiki thing, and I was a little about it, but I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's try it. And when I tell you how powerful this Reiki session that I had, the like did you do 3 on me? I think you
I
did.
did a 3.
Yes.
A
The
spirit of
3,
guide me to give you 3.
yes, the 3 powerful Reiki, sessions that I had with her and the advice that she gave me. Um basically like yeah, it was, the like online obviously because I'm across the country and I was actually working on the mother wound, and I found that very interesting that I was working on the mother wound, and I still do. I'm working through the issues with my sacral chakra and all that. I was working on the mother wound and the father wound, and the Reiki helped clear a lot of things that I had there. And I remember I shared with you, Eleonora, the things about my father and like stuff like that, and it just I feel like it kind of shifted my perspective and helped me get out of the victimhood mentality that I was in, and you gave me a lot of advice also with it with
Oh, just about the advice, actually, during
mhm,
the sessions,
mhm.
those advice doesn't really come from me. It's come from your higher self.
Yes. Uh-huh.
I
It's
felt I was
crazy.
channeling the whole time.
Yes,
Things
you
would come
are.
to my mind, and I say, but I already learned how to listen to my intuition. So it's come to my mind. I'm supposed
Yes.
to say, I just said.
Yes, that's so amazing and beautiful. And like like you told me, so much things. I guess it came from my higher self, like, you know, going on something that I felt uncomfortable with, but I was like, I still do to this day with my, sacral chakra. I remember you telling me, take all your clothes off and just dance. That's something that I
Yes,
still do to this day. And it's like, you know, but
it's liberating.
no, it really is, and connecting with your body. And in the Reiki sessions that you did for me, it's crazy because I'm clairvoyant, and it's interesting. Um a lot of these like healing services that I come to, and I get into and I use on my healing journey, spirit takes, I don't want to say takes away, but they bring attention to the other gifts that I have issues with. So with the feeling, I felt a lot during your session, things that I did not want to feel. I saw some, but like I felt things. That's what one of the things that I do have issues with is like the feeling in my sacral chakra. There's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of shame. The feeling in my heart. I believe after there was a lot of like trying to anger came up after the sessions, and like you know I normally try to just like ignore it, but it's like it wouldn't go away, and it's like, okay, well, what are we gonna do? So um working through that, right? I went on, and Reiki helped me taking care of my physical body. I don't know if I told you, I've lost a lot of weight. I think I've probably
Oh,
lost like
nice.
10, 15 pounds. I've been into yoga, doing Zumba, and it's just um you've helped me so. I'm telling you, you've helped me
Oh,
so
I'm
much.
so happy.
My throat chakra was another one. I don't think it came up in the session, but it's something that I'm working with right now as we speak. I've been having dreams of humming a lot, going like a lot in my dreams. I'm doing that, and going on, and like just so many things, like getting myself out there. And I genuinely like feel Reiki has helped me like blossom and know who I am. Know who I
Because
am. Hmm.
the when you give permission to your higher self to act, he knows exactly where you want to go. He knows
Yes.
exactly what you need to do to
Hmm.
get to the place where you want to get.
Yeah.
So, but it cannot do it for you. It
Hmm.
cannot show you the way if you don't ask, because of the free will. That's how
Correct.
crazy is the free will. Not even God
Yeah.
intervene with the free will.
Yes, that's one
The
amazing
only
thing.
time when spirit will intervene without you ask is if your life is in risk, your physical life is in
Yes.
risk, and it's not time for you to go yet.
Hmm.
And then those miracles are going to happen, but nobody dies before the time.
Yes.
Nobody dies before the soul agreement.
Hmm.
And one thing that I thought was very nice, I knew you were clairvoyant, so I was very excited to have this session with you to see if that is that thing really working.
No, yeah, because like,
So when I told
yeah.
you, imagine releasing all the blockage of your heart, imagine the
Hmm.
light spinning in your vortex and just cleaning up all the blocks. And you said,
Yeah.
Maria, I saw a block being dissolved. And
Yes,
that
yes,
was so
yes.
amazing.
Yeah, there's
That
a
was
lot
really
of
amazing.
trauma. There's a lot of trauma, and I know, like, I forgot which one it was, because I remember I was working through the mother wound, and I had seen my grandmother and my mother, and like I didn't really see much during the session. Like I said, spirit kind of like was more focusing on my feeling, which was like it was uncomfortable, but I knew that like it was time for me to go on and release it, you know?
Let me tell you something that I've been guided since yesterday
Mhm.
to do with you. We're not gonna do online. I will just
Mhm.
prompt you now.
Okay.
Spirit has been guiding me to go with you through your ask you some questions about your father and your experience with him, and
Ah.
also to channel a message from the higher self of your dad.
Oh.
They wanted
Oh.
to use me to help you heal that part.
Yes.
But we'll do that offline. If you
No,
want to
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
definitely.
afterwards, yes, but I'm not gonna
Yes.
expose you that.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. The chakras, I'm telling you, are something that I've done research on. And again, I divine timing, we are connected. I am doing the chakra stuff, and then like it just fell into place, the whole, Reiki session with you. And it's like amazing. It's amazing. And I feel like I have like my sacral chakra so blocked that I feel like you poked some holes and went on and like, are helping open that up for me. And I thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
I thank you, so
I'm
much.
so
And
really so happy.
no, yeah, to anyone, I 100% recommend getting a, Reiki session with Eleonora. It's life changing. It's life
Thank
changing if
you.
you're ready to do the work. Um, and then, maybe because she is amazing, um, something will pop up. I don't know, a past life or something. She'll tell you one of your spirit guides or something.
Yes, it's very interesting that, for example, sometimes my all my ability is not here yet because I'm not fully awakened yet, even though my chakras are open.
Yes.
I don't remember my past lives, but many of my abilities are coming. My
Mhm.
intuition is very, I clearly know when is my ego talking to me and when is spirit.
Yes.
I have the message very, very clear. And
Mhm.
when it's a spirit telling me something, I know, okay, I follow. I try to follow
Mhm.
100%
Yeah.
because I know there is no mistake.
Yes.
So
100%. I 100% agree.
it's in life is interesting.
No, yes, and also, Eleonora is located in the Los Angeles area in California. And I know that you are going to go on and like have a office, and you're going to go on and you're going to do big things. You are going to help those star seeds and those that are, awakening and need to be awakened.
Yes, I think that's my life's purpose is just being revealed to me little by little. And
Yes,
I'm telling you, it's a lot because
it
another
is.
thing that I do in the side is actually it's not everything sounds so important.
Mhm.
I I'm translating books to Portuguese, spiritual books that
Yes.
channeled books that are not available in Portuguese yet. That I
Mhm.
read and it was really a life change for me. That I just said, okay, that book needs to be available in Brazil
Yes,
and
you're
all the countries that
trilingual,
speak
right?
Portuguese. Yes,
You're trilingual.
and
Wow.
it's interesting that I'm being guided to translate some to Spanish too, even though I'm not native in Spanish.
Mhm.
So I'm doing, but and then I'll get somebody that is native in Spanish to do like the
Yes.
proofreading.
Mhm. Wow, you're
So I
so
think that it will
gifted.
be another big thing. But I think I
Yes.
need like 10 Eleonoras.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
But Spirit is very gracious with me because what they say is, don't worry about. You didn't get
Mhm.
done yet. It's because not supposed to get. It's not time.
Mhm. Patience.
Every day, just listen to your intuition. Every day, you're guided to do something. Do that thing that day, and that's it. And be in
Yes.
peace. So that's what I'm doing.
Yes, continue doing it. Continue doing it. That is all the questions that I have for you. Did you want to end this podcast with anything else? I'm going to put your links and everything. I recommend you 100%. Eleonora is an amazing soul. So amazing.
Well, if you wanna book a session with me for Reiki, and
Mhm.
I can give you a coach that will be 1 hour. The Reiki will take about 30 minutes. I
Mhm.
can give you a coach. You can talk to me like you're talking with your therapist,
Mhm.
or when I talk to you, even though if you are afraid of spirit, it will be your higher self speaking to
Mhm.
you.
Mhm.
Or I can automatically write a message for you from your higher self.
Mhm.
And if you are open, you can even ask specific questions about things that you need to know.
Yes.
Because you can ask anything, but if it's the answer is something that if you're not ready to know
Mhm.
yet, they're not gonna tell you. I'm sorry.
Yep. And you
They'll
also
just say,
need
"I'm
to
sorry, you're not
understand
ready. You're not ready to know
sometimes
that."
so
They literally write that you're not ready to know that, but
yes.
focus on this.
Mhm. Yep. There's a lot of people that I know that come to me with certain, questions or whatever, and they get so frustrated and they're like, what you're doing is fake. It's not fake. You're not ready for this. There's a reason why spirit's not giving me that answer. You don't need to know just yet. You'll know.
But you know what? We have been trained
Yes.
to have people doing things for us.
Mhm.
That's why they take the
Right?
pill. They want the pill to do the job.
Yes, just know Eleonora is not going to sugarcoat things and she's not going to give you what you want. She's going to give you what you
Um,
need.
it's not me. It's your higher
Yes.
self. I'm just
Uh-huh.
the channeler.
Yep. Yep. Just
I'm just the
understand.
channeler, and that's true. I'm not a people pleaser
Yes.
personally, and your higher self, it's not a people pleaser either, even though he loves you
Mhm.
unconditionally.
Yep.
But he'll give it to you what you need.
Yes.
Not necessarily what you want at the moment, but in the end, you're
Mhm.
gonna see, wow, I'm so glad that they didn't give me what I wanted, because that
No.
wouldn't really be a good thing.
Yes. Yes.
They know, they see the big picture because they are with God and they know everything.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
that's a simple
Divine.
explanation.
No, 100%. All right. Thank you so much, Eleonora, for
Oh,
joining
thank
me
you for having me.
on my podcast. I'm sure that I'll we'll connect again, we'll collab again. I'm so excited.
Wow, that was amazing, Cynthia. Thank you so much. And I think we have a lot to talk
Yes,
about. We
we could
have so
talk for
many.
hours. We could talk about the
Oh, I would say
galactic
for
for
days. I would say for
Yes.
days.
Yes.
I think we can have a discussion the next time about how you get sick, how what you can do, simple things you can do to get well.
Mhm.
We can explore more about the chakras.
Yep. I
And then
live
later on, we can talk about those crazy things of the Earth's evolution.
Yes, we should definitely. I'm telling our conversation. Yep, I love it. All right. Thank you so much for being on here and, for the services that you provide. If anyone would like to follow her, I'm going to put all her, Instagram, her TikTok, her YouTube, subscribe, show her some love. And yeah, thank you guys for listening in, tuning in, listen to her podcast too. She's very knowledgeable.
Thank you,
And
everyone.
yes, until next time. Bye.
Bye.